So I've had something on my mind for a little while, and I wanted to upload my thoughts here to start a discussion on the subject of homosexual rights, gay marriage, and the involvement of the religious objection. Undoubtedly, this is one of the most prominent objections to it. I already know that. But setting that aside for a moment, what some atheists, some moderates within the religious community say is that this isn't really at its core a religious issue, even though people bring it up as a religious issue. What they say is that for a lot of people, their objection to homosexuality is really at its core about a deep-seated hatred and or fear of homosexuals. And it's just presented as a religious objection because that's just easier to say. And even if we were to sort of, I don't know, like beat the religious objection, then it wouldn't really change anything. They'd still feel the exact same way. And ultimately you will have accomplished nothing. I think for some people, I agree that that applies for the most part. Undoubtedly that's true. I think Fred Phelps, for example, is driven by more than Christianity. The fact that his text happens to support his beliefs is convenient coincidence. But I'm not really sure if I agree with the conclusion that, you know, the whole religious aspect of it is just a non-issue. And the way I see it is this. Much to my chagrin, we do live in a society where stating, well, that's my religion or that's my belief is just sort of like grants you immunity to criticism. You know, you're not allowed to question things anymore at that point. So it is easy to see why people would go that route. But supposing for a minute that this state of affairs did change, and people did have to present, you know, people that are primarily driven by hatred had to present it that way. Would that change the way the sheltered view that they have, this, or not view, but community, where, you know, I mean, you can go into any church, or not any church, but a lot of churches, and say, you know, I think homosexuality is immoral and a sin, and they just say, yeah, sure, whatever. If instead you had to say, well, I think it's wrong, and in that sense it has to be supported. And I'm wondering if that would overall change the way society views the discussion, and possibly in some cases even change the way these people who believe this actually look at themselves. In other words, what if people objecting to homosexuality had nothing more to say than, well, I think fags are gross? Would that change things in the long run? I think it would, but I'm not really sure. If you have any thoughts, just go ahead and post something. Thanks.